All right, so when we first look at this graph called the height of a golf ball, I see that the x-axis is the distance from the tee in yards, and the y-axis is the height of the golf ball in feet. So the first thing that we want to look at are the intercepts. I see that this graph will cross the x-axis right here and here, so the x-intercepts could be represented by the ordered pair 0, 0, and also 120, 0. The y-intercept is just the ordered pair 0, 0. When I think about symmetry, and I wonder if this graph has symmetry, I can see right here that this imaginary line is the symmetry line. And that happens to be, when I look at the x-axis, I'm counting by 20s, 20, 40, 60. So this is at 60. So the symmetry happens at the equation x equals 60. The next thing that I would like to look at is where the function is positive. And I see that this, based off of this graph, the function is positive or above the x-axis from 0 is less than x is less than 120. You'll notice that this goes on forever, so it's going to be negative at numbers less than 0 or numbers greater than 120. So it'll be negative at numbers that are less than 0, x is less than 0, and at numbers x is greater than 120. The next thing that we want to look at is whether it is increasing or decreasing and where. So remember, increasing is positive slope. This graph has positive slope, so it is increasing. It is increasing from 0 is less than x is less than 60, and it is decreasing here. Decreasing, so 60 is less than x is less than positive infinity, because it's going to go on forever. And actually this is probably negative infinity if we think about it. The next thing that we need to think about is if it has any extrema. And remember, extrema is a stall. Right here is the extrema in that graph, and that is a height of, or a maximum. So the relative max happens when the x-coordinate equals 60. Happens when the x-coordinate equals 60. When I look at the end behaviors of the graph, what's going on at the end of the graph, I see that as x gets bigger, so as x increases, y decreases. That's this function right here. As x gets bigger, y gets smaller. I also see as x decreases, right here, as x gets smaller, y gets smaller. Y decreases. And that is it for the height of a golf ball.